Welcome to Toffee TV. Here's my three things. Everton 1, Brentford 0. A huge win for the Blues at Goodison Park today. White McNeil's goal after I think it was about 35 seconds was enough to give the Toffees all 3 points, and very welcome 3 points as well to give Everton their 6th win of the season, which is appalling really, but it's huge at the moment. It's really, really important. Sean Dyche has got 3 of them. He's already got 50% of our wins this season, so fair play to him. First thing I'm going to speak about is the atmosphere at Goodison, which I thought was tremendous today. I thought the crowd were excellent at times. Not always. Again, there was a couple of moments where I thought Brentford fans were good as well, but a couple of moments where they're singing the normal nonsense of, about our support. But in the moments when it mattered, it was electric before the start. The siren was back at Goodison today, of course. And I thought the fans did and played their part. And it's going to be massive, this, for Everton, because we know we're lacking that quality in the final third. The goals, we know we're lacking a real centre forward with the injury to Dom. And so therefore we've got to almost even up the stakes. And we have to do that by being intense at Goodison. We have to do that by working our socks off the players, and we have to do it as a fan base by claiming for everything, screaming, shouting, singing. And I thought in the main, there was, like I said, there was moments where it was a little bit quiet, but I think it's like that at most grounds anyway. But I just thought in the big moments today, it was very good. It needs to be more like that. We've got, 5 games left at Goodison this season. Let's hope that we've got 24 Premier League games left at Goodison before we move, and not only 5. And the opportunity for it to be 24 and not only 5 will be by the atmosphere being electric, being noisy, making it difficult for the opposition to settle, making it difficult for them to play. And I think at times we did that to Brentford today. They're obviously a good side and passed the ball around nicely in the second half. But the crowd, you energise the team when it's like that. And I think we did that. And this team needs every bit of help it can get. Absolutely. And I thought he did that today. Was it the best atmosphere in the world? No, but it was much better than the Villa game. Much, much better. And we've had a positive outcome from it. And it shows that you can protest and do a march, and then you can go in and support the team. It isn't one or the other. And the fans have proved that again today. So more of that, please. Second thing I want to talk about is the midfield. And I think we're seeing here, today we've seen 2 of the 3 play really, really well. I think Decore and Garner were excellent. Mathew, Onana, less so. I don't know whether he is playing with a little bit of a knock. The manager has mentioned it a couple of times. He has been subbed in the last few games. There was just moments today where he just wasn't on it. He wasn't at the same intensity as what the other 2 was. And yet against Arsenal the other week, he produced a brilliant display. And so we need more of that from Onana. That's what we're looking for. That's what I'm looking for anyway, because he's got the quality. There's absolutely no question about it. The quality is there from Mathew Onana, and there was moments, as there always is with him, where you want that little bit more. If he's playing with an injury, I don't know if he is, then fair enough. He's trying to get through it. He should have scored a goal today. He blazed it over. But he has got more to give. And I think if he can give more, he'll certainly, make us better. But like I say, Decore and Garner were brilliant, Garner especially. But we've also got James Garner to come in and give us an option as well. Obviously, the manager today, you took Mathew Onana off and put Tom Davies on. Tom's, I don't know what's happened to him at the moment. He looks to me just like a player who is suffering from never having a run in a team, and therefore his development has stagnated. There's something in there with him, definitely. But I think he just needs games. James Garner, we've not really seen anything of him, have we, since he come? He's been injured and picked up an injury and been out for a while. So hopefully he can start to get minutes. But that midfield is so important for Everton. It really is. And again, by having them and making them compete within a game, it's been able to be a bit of a leveler for us because we don't have that quality in the final third. It's going to be key for us, the likes of Decore breaking into the box, Garner doing what he does. And that's why I feel like we need a little bit more from Mathew Onana. He's, like I said, he's got the tools. And then the other tools supplement that, Tom Davies and James Garner will supplement that. Whether or not Isaac Price forces his way into that before the end of the season, certainly into the reckoning as a sub, remains to be seen. But the midfield is where Everton, or what I think gives Everton its best chance of achieving results at the moment. And at home, and you've got the crowd, like we've just talked about in point one, and then you've got the midfield performing the way it did, then it's certainly going to give us an opportunity anyway. So hopefully Onana can step it back up and produce the level we know he can to go along with the other two. And if that's the case, Everton will certainly be in more games than their outer games. I'm sure Sean Dyche is learning about that week by week as we go on. And finally, it's the front three options that, again, are the fear that games will get away from us. Now, we've tried Damari Gray up front the last 2 weeks. I actually thought he did all right today. He ran the channels well. He doesn't hold it up brilliantly, but then he's not that type of player. But we do need more goals from him. We need goals from Alex Iwobi. Dwight McNeil has weighed in with a goal today, which is brilliant. And now we need Alex Iwobi getting on the end of things, because a game like that today against a good side, but we've had moments where we could have potentially killed the game off. You know, we need to start getting 2 or 3 up again. 3 is dreamland, but we certainly need a second goal in a lot of these games. And that has to simply come from the front players. You know, we've got a winger playing up front. Dominic Calvert-Lewin is close to a return. There's no doubt about that. Hopefully he has a good week of training this week and is in the squad for Chelsea next week. That'll give us a welcome boost. Ellis Sims, the manager, obviously doesn't think is up to it. He's not ready. Neil Maupay is a sub for me. He's not quite at the level for what we need and the way we play. I think, is he a second striker? Well, it gives him a better chance if he's got a battering ram up there, someone who wins headers and it'll keep the ball and he can be the link man. It'll give him an opportunity. But we do need goals, and it's stating the obvious, but it's just because games like today, when we've been on top, we haven't had that person to make it 2-0. We seen it at Forest last week. Having that one to get the killer touch. Villa, certainly the week before, we could have been 2 or 3-0 up at half time, and we didn't have that person to take it. We know that. So the others do have to weigh in. Dwight McNeil's done it today, great strike. And now Alex Iwobi, if he's going to play on that right-hand side, has to do the same. Whether or not he will, you know, Dominic Calvert-Lewin might become available and Damari Gray might get played on the right, and Iwobi might either move into the middle three or be sub. That's what it's got to be, because we do need all of them to score goals. But just looking again today, we've got away with it a little bit today in terms of us not getting the second goal. I think the performance was fine, certainly for an hour. It was very good. The last half an hour was a different type of performance. Can we get our body in the way of things? But do we really want to be having to wrestle through 40 minutes of games or 35 minutes of games with a narrow lead trying to hang on? Offer me that and I'll take it every time, because it gives us an opportunity to make sure we got the wins. But I just mean there has to be more to it than that. But I am nitpicking because we've won and I'm made up. So there you go. They're a good side. Everton have won it. We've kept a clean sheet. What is there not to love? That is it from me. Give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. Join us on Premier. The link's in the description if you fancy it. Otherwise, have a brilliant weekend and stay warm, because it's freezing up there. See you later.